Hi, welcome to my Unit 15 presentation, Child Protection. This presentation is to demonstrate my understanding of child protection and the knowledge and skills that I would need to draw upon in relation to the case study provided. Safeguarding children. We must safeguard children and young people as they are unable to protect themselves alone and are far more vulnerable to things such as abuse and neglect than adults are. Safeguarding is everyone's responsibility, and despite it being the main role of a social worker, it is still extremely important that anyone that comes into contact with the child and their families has a role to play in both preventing child harm and intervening when necessary. We will now look at some definitions of relevant areas of study relating to child protection. The first and most important one to understand is legislation. A legislation is a law. It is required to set standards and controls to govern the actions of people in a specific environment. An example would be the Children's Act 2014. This has been changed many times over the years. Anti-discriminatory practice. This is ensuring everyone is treated fairly and equally, as well as enforcing anti-discrimination policies. Discrimination can occur from the following: age, colour, criminal record, height, and all the others which I have listed. Policy and procedures. These are put in place to influence and determine all major decisions and actions within a specific environment. They can be laid out by an organisation or an individual. They can be a result of legislations but can vary depending on each individual or organisation promoting them. Theoretical perspectives and models that inform practice. I haven't gone into too much detail here because we do go on that later on in the presentation, but they are perspectives from theorists. Your own values and ethics and skills. Values are ideas that we hold to be important, for example, treating everyone equally with respect. Ethics are what we believe to be right or wrong based on moral judgment, and skills are simply the things that you learn that enable you to perform certain tasks or provide the correct service. Recent cases relating to child protection. In 2018, there was 53,790 children subject to child protection plan from the result of variety of abuse, an increase every year since 2013. I did find that information from the NSPCC Learn in 2019 website. One of the most horrifying cases was Baby P. He was a 17-month-old English boy who died in London in 2007 after suffering more than 50 injuries over an 8-month period. Action learning and allocating work. Action learning is a technique that supports the learning process in organisations through reflection, sharing and questioning. Remember, the learning process will be different for everyone. There is no right way to learn, it is individual to every person. We can learn from experience, failure, success, having expectations met, achieving goals or objectives. Learning can be incremental, building gradually on what has already been learnt. Learning is not just about knowledge, it is also about skills, insights, beliefs, values, attitudes, habitats, feelings, wisdom, shared understanding and self-awareness. Action learning is derived from Collob's Learning Cycle 1975, in that learning is achieved through experience, the process of reflection and by taking action. Learning starts when we have an experience, as this forms the basis for reviewing, drawing conclusions and planning. Learning by experience can occur from making a mistake as much as it can from a success. Taking action is the most important part of the action learning process. Talking about child protection, sharing experiences and questioning are all essential, but if no action is taken then nothing will improve or change, and that's why children get hurt or die. When applying action learning to child protection, it is about individuals within an organisation working to support each other in understanding child protection and challenge discrimination where necessary. Learning from the experiences of others and to share your experiences allows everyone to improve their practice and make every work setting a more inclusive environment for both employees and service users. Always remember to allocate work to people with relevant skills in order for the job to be done properly rather than trying to do everything yourself. And just have a look at the quick diagram here. You have your experience, you reflect on the experience, you learn from the experience and you trying out what you've learned, and then it's like a cycle. Now moving on to my child protection action plan, which is related to the case study. My action plan is using the RAG style report relating to the case study. Green shading means that the action is completed, orange means that the action is pending, and red means that the action is overdue. As you can see in my report, I have 4 completed actions, 1 pending and none overdue. The reason the action plan was required for Emma was because Emma refused to eat at lunch and had diarrhoea,